Welcome back. Brandon Hall, Marc Smith, second segment of the Sports Announcer Show. I'm liking this on Sports Talk on Shaw TV. I'm Brandon Hall. We'd like to thank our hosts, the Great Western Lounge at Mosaic Place, delightful craft services. Did you try the muffins and the cookies?
Yeah, they were delicious.
Very good.
Always good.
They're very good, yeah. Again, if you like the show, have any suggestions, ideas, Shaw TV wants to hear from you. You can email mjshawtv@shaw.ca. You can call 691-7395. Does anyone do that anymore? Call? Do you?
No, text.
We text. Like us on Facebook and follow us at Shaw TV Moose Jaw. Now, speaking of the Twitter universe, that's now, as sports announcers, broadcasters, the computer and now your smartphone, Twitter, Facebook, has really made it more accessible to have your voice out there and to be heard, right? So you use that all. You've got a great Twitter account.
Yeah, I use Twitter all the time. I'm an avid user of it. It's fun because you can get information out there instantly.
Right.
And like you're at a high school football game and game ends, instantly tweet out the score. Everyone has it.
Right.
I'm at a Rider game. I like to do like live tweeting while I'm at the Rider game. So I have my computer set up.
Right.
Just tweet what I see and what's happening. It's awesome. It adds a different element to
Right.
sports nowadays. It's really changed how you have to be a reporter, and you have to be more on your toes all the time.
Ball, absolutely. What is your Twitter your tweet handle? I don't even know. I sound like I'm 80.
That old Twitter.
Yeah.
Marc Smith, MARC18.
Okay, great. And you also have a great blog too.
Yeah, the last page, MJ Marc Smith at blogspot.com.
Great. Now you've been involved in Moose Jaw. Well, you're from Moose Jaw originally, right?
Yeah,
Moose
born and
Jaw.
raised.
Great. So then you spent a lot of time in the local scene as a football player. What else did you do?
Yeah, I played football, hockey, lacrosse as a kid, and
Great.
yeah, didn't go anywhere with it. Was just I like to play and I like to hit people, and it was a way to get aggression out. It was fun.
Get your sports knowledge and then bring it into the to the broadcast.
Yeah, I always felt one of my key attributes was sports IQ. I knew most sports and I could tell you how to play it.
Right.
I just couldn't really
Right.
do it at that high level. So, but it's really helped me in moving into this career.
Right. It's a lot of fun. Kids watching right now that want to give it a try. It doesn't pay a lot, but it's fun. It's a dream. It's one of those.
I get paid to go watch Rider games and go to hockey games, and sometimes it gets a little tedious when you're sitting at a high school volleyball game for 4 hours, but you know, it's fun there too.
Right. So now you've worked your way up in the Warriors administration. Now you are a play-by-play sort of speak with the Warriors now. Yeah,
I do color for the Warrior games with James Gallo, the voice of the Warriors, and Derek Kletzel is also on there, former Warrior alumni, Warrior captain. He's on the broadcast as well. But I do the down between the benches. And
is it the suicide box? Is that what that's called?
Yeah, it's the suicide box because you're right in on the action.
Have you ever got one in the face?
No, the closest I came was the closest I came was earlier this year. I was looking the other way and the puck came boom and like hit the glass right beside me, and almost took my microphone right out of my hand. So I was
Not only that you have to have sports knowledge, what's going on, you got to watch out for your face.
Yeah, so I've learned to watch you watch the angle of the puck. If the blade is pointing anywhere near you, I just step back because I am not taking a puck to the face.
That's good to know. So within the season so far, what's the pros and cons of the Warriors this year? Are they looking good? What are they lacking? It's early, but you've got a kind of a bird's eye view and in look. So what are you thinking?
They're a very young team. They were built for last year, trying to make a run towards a Memorial Cup last season with guys like Quentin Howden and Dylan McElrath, they'd been building on them since they were 16 years old. So now it's more into the next generation with like Braden Point and those guys leading the charge here coming up over the next couple of seasons. So they're just getting their feet wet in the WHL and learning the ropes as you will of the league.
Yeah, you may not get as many W's, but it's fun to watch the progression probably.
Yeah, it's
great. These guys.
Great to see. Just even in the first, it's been a month and a half of the season, just to see how some guys like Bryson Gore, for example, he started out just kind of timid, not knowing what he was really doing on the ice, just going through the motions, and now he's definitely an impact player for the Warriors, making hits and using his speed and his skills to his advantage.
Right. We're also going to talk the next episode on Sports Talk on Shaw TV. We'll talk to some of the Moose Jaw Warrior brass. We'll get more into the Warriors. Let's move on as junior hockey as a whole, the CHL. How has the league been since the lockout? The lockout's been, they're out for a very long time. Mm-hmm. How did that improve, or did it mess with the whole process this year?
Well, I think it definitely improves the CHL as a whole, because you get those guys that would normally probably be in the NHL right now. Like Morgan Riley, we might not have had him here in Moose Jaw if the NHL was going. The Toronto Maple Leafs were really impressed with him at their prospects camp. We're going to give him a hard look during training camp, but training camp never happened. So we get to keep him for another year. Guys like Ryan Murray, who was pretty much guaranteed to be in the NHL with the Columbus Blue Jackets after going second overall. He goes back to Everett, and he's a powerhouse there with them as well. So it really benefits the league as a whole, because you get more talent in there. And
the fans too, just the buzz. You never know who's going to come see Riley, like GM of the Toronto Maple Leafs, Brian Berg, or
Yeah, definitely. Well, in Moose Jaw here, we've had, because with Toronto being the center of the sports universe, they've been out here checking out Morgan Riley on a regular basis. Like we've had Brian Burke was out, Damian Cox from Sportsnet and the Toronto Star was here. There was a reporter from the Toronto Sun here last weekend. They're all coming to see these guys because they don't have Toronto Maple Leafs to talk about.
That's true. It's always great buzz too and then of course people in Toronto get to focus on Moose Jaw.
Yeah.
It's not a close. So what the rink now, you got to do some color in the crush can that is now gone. Moving into Mosaic Place, tell us about that, just the perks of being in a brand new building.
Oh, it just makes it's big time now. Like going to the Civic Center, it was fun to go to that rink. It was a great atmosphere in the building, but like the Mosaic Place has just pushed the Warriors into that the big time kind of realm of junior hockey, and now they put on an actual show every game. And during the playoffs, it was the peak. Like that building. Like we were worried about, like me and James had talked about how the atmosphere might not transfer over from the Civic Center to Mosaic Place, but it's been incredible. That during the playoffs, that building was so loud. At some points, I felt the ground shaking at ice level.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah,
that's Moose Jaw for you.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That's good. All right, well, let's talk what if the NHL lockout for so long. With the World Juniors, they had, it's 2005 again. 2005 is regarded for the Canada junior team to be the best ever. What would the 2013 junior team look like? Or the teams and countries would this be another 2005 or better?
Yeah, if we can get like guys like Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, he's played a full season in the NHL, and can come back and play in the World Juniors now.
Right. So if you think about it, Sidney Crosby didn't get that.
No, Sidney Crosby was going into his draft year that season. He probably would have been gone to the NHL, but Ryan Nugent-Hopkins has a year in the NHL under his belt, coming back to play junior hockey. That would be incredible. He would.
He would look like a man among boys.
Oh, pretty much. And he's not a big guy to begin with, so but his skill level would be that much above everyone else, and there is a downfall to it where some guys who normally would have got a look for the World Junior team might not get a look now, where that's the kind of impact that it kind of has, but the team's going to be loaded, and it's going to be fun to watch.
That's going to be great. I can't wait for it. That's
definitely.
Great. So what do you do in your downtime? Is it always sports 24/7 for you, or do you kind of you have to get away from it sometimes?
I go home, I watch the NFL, I watch I go home, I watch SportsCenter, I play Madden.
On your blog you've actually posted pictures of your living room or man cave. You literally have a couple TVs, then you got your laptop and iPad, and it's all different games.
Yeah,
it looks like a control center.
Me and my roommate go pretty much all out for NFL Sundays. We had the first week of the season, we had 2 TVs. We set up the 2 TVs every time, but we had 2 TVs. One TV we're switching between 2 games. The other TV had 4 games split on the screen, and then we had NFL Red Zone down on the laptop so that we could, see if we missed something on one of the 6 games we were watching, we could see it again.
Now this doesn't seem rude or anything, but is there girlfriends involved? Because they probably wouldn't stand for that at all. No.
There's a lot of dirty food and farting going on. They don't want to be there.
All right, moving on. I love to dwell on that conversation.
Yes.
We're gonna move on. Okay, so we were talking about, you can talk, clearly, you're right. Yeah. You got the sports IQ. So I thought we would test you here.
All right.
Because I fancy myself with a silver tongue. I could talk through pretty much anything. I still got some months-old Halloween candy. I had nobody come to my house in Halloween.
Yeah.
None whatsoever.
I'm not looking forward to
this.
this.
That's right. I guess yeah. So I had a lot of candy left over. So I thought that what we would do, I printed out a poem.
All right.
We're going to get real deep on the show. And I pick your poison. We're going to put gummies in her mouth, and the first one to screw up the poem.
All right.
Well, who doesn't screw up wins. All right.
Okay.
So what do you got? We got.
I'm taking the Swedish
I don't think
berries.
we're sponsored by these guys, so it's some kind of berries.
Yeah.
Finland berries, we'll
those
say.
Those ones are going there.
Oh, you want those?
Yeah.
I'm going with the sour.
All right.
Sour
Ooh,
ones.
sour
Let's see.
ones.
Oh, absolutely.
You're
I'm stepping up a notch. So
yeah, you are.
There you go. Let's do
All
that.
right.
All right. So I just want to say I did not write this poem. A very ancient poet named Gugel did this. So
Gugel.
Okay. So did you kind of read over this?
I did see it beforehand.
Because I want this to be a fair fight. Because I read this already. So
you've been practicing.
I need an adult. Anyone? Can somebody open this? Anyone?
I got it
this?
for you.
Okay. Let's see if we can do this. Oh, geez, look at that. There we go.
You need muscles.
A real man can. Yeah, no doubt. Okay. So the thing is, 2 full packs.
All right.
Okay. I don't know. Should we do this individually? Or should we go at the same time? I don't know how we're gonna. What do you think? Let's go individually. So let's go with you. Okay.
All right. I'm going first. So I got to throw all these in my mouth.
Throw it all in there, and go. You got to get through it without stumbling or dropping a gummy or slurring or slobbering. Go.
The day is done and dinner too. It's time for the pregame show. I'm in my room with the hockey news tuning in my radio. Announcers' voices fill the air. The game is about to start. Songs of patriotism blur. I admit they warm my heart.
All right, that's good. All right, good. All right, let's see. All right, we'll do that here. I'm going to put literally this in my, what did you say, money where my mouth is? Gummies where my mouth is. Here we go. Okay. And this is sour too, so I'm just saying. Okay, here we go. Okay. Let's do that there. Okay. Oh, that's a train wreck. Okay, here we go. Let's go. The day is done, and dinner too. It's time for a pregame show. In my room, with hockey news. On my radio.
Yeah. See,
I lost.
You lost. I owned you on that one.
You win every time. All right. This is the only time. That's it. Producer decided I won by a dramatic effect, so it's my show. I win. All right, pal?
That's not fair.
All right. Marc Smith, thanks a lot for joining us again.
Thank you for having me.
You're a great guy, and of course, we can listen to you every day.
Yep.
On the radio?
Yes, every day on the old radio, Country 100, CHAB Mix 103, doing the morning sports and afternoon sports, and then, yeah. DiscoverMooseJaw.com, you can read all the stuff too is there.
And again, your blog is fantastic. Tell us about that.
Yeah, my blog, mjmarksmith.blogspot.com. It's, yeah.
And your Twitter page.
Twitter, Marc Smith, MARC 18.
Excellent. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us.
Thank you.
Great. All right. Does it look like I'm a baseball player now?
Yeah, you got the big chew in the mouth.
And the muzzy, too. I like it. For Sports Talk on CHAB TV, look, I'm doing it. I'm doing the closing with gummies in my mouth. I'm Brandon Hall. Marc Smith, of course, shot in glorious HD. I like to just say that. And we'd like to thank our gracious hosts, the Great Western Lounge at Mosaic Place. Fantastic place to have a show like this. Again, if you like the show, have any suggestions, ideas, CHAB TV wants to hear from you. MJ CHAB TV at shaw.ca, 691-7395. You can like us on Facebook, follow us at CHAB TV, Moose Jaw. Signing off, I'm Brandon Hall on Sports Talk on CHAB TV, and a little trick you taught me too as you fade out. Look like
Got the papers, yeah, shuffle them.
Take care. See you next time.
It was a good one.
The opinions expressed on the program you have just watched are not necessarily those of Shaw Cable Systems or of this station. Through our access policy, we provide the opportunity for community groups and individuals to express their points of view.